Ethan learned early how to be invisible. Not because he wanted to be, but because life trained him that way. He was the boy teachers barely remembered, the employee whose ideas were ignored, the friend who always listened but was rarely heard. He grew up believing that dreams were for louder people, braver people, better people, and he never counted himself among them. Every morning, Ethan woke before sunrise, not because he loved the quiet, but because the world felt less judgmental when he was asleep. He sat by the window of his tiny apartment, coffee cooling in his hands, watching the city wake up. Buses groaned, lights flickered on. People rushed toward lives that seemed to matter. He often wondered, does mine? Ethan had dreams once. Big ones. He wanted to create something meaningful, something that would help people feel less alone. But reality chipped away at that dream slowly, cruelly. Rejections piled up. Failures echoed louder than hope. Somewhere along the way, he stopped trying and told himself it was being realistic, but realism felt a lot like surrender. One evening, after another long day of feeling replaceable, Ethan found an old notebook while cleaning his room. Its pages were yellowed, edges bent. It was filled with ideas, sketches, half-written thoughts from years ago, back when he believed his voice deserved space. He flipped through it carefully, like it might disappear if he moved too fast. On the very first page, written in younger, shakier handwriting, was a sentence. If no one believes in you, be stubborn enough to believe in yourself. Ethan laughed softly. Not because it was funny, but because it hurt. That night, something inside him cracked open. He realized he wasn't tired because life was hard. He was tired because he had been living against himself. The next morning, Ethan did something terrifying. He started again, not loudly, not perfectly, just honestly. He woke up early and wrote one page, then another. He shared an idea at work, even when his voice shook. He said no to things that drained him and yes to things that scared him. Some days, nothing went right. Other days, doubt screamed louder than motivation, but this time he didn't quit. Weeks turned into months. Slowly, people noticed, not because Ethan became someone else, but because he finally stopped hiding who he already was. His work improved. His confidence grew. And more importantly, he began to respect himself. One evening, standing by the same window, Ethan watched the city again. It looked the same, but he didn't feel small anymore. For the first time, he understood something powerful. You don't need the whole world to believe in you. You just need to stop abandoning yourself. Ethan hadn't reached the finish line. His journey wasn't perfect or complete. But he had chosen something that changed everything. He chose himself. And sometimes, that choice is the miracle.